Title: My parents erased me from their will, so I erased their empire. At exactly 9 a.m., the lawyer looked me straight in the eyes and said, "Your parents left you nothing. Nothing. Not the family house. Not the business I had spent 10 years building. Not even a single dollar. Everything had been left to my younger brother." The room went silent. I wasn't angry. I was curious. Because just 3 days before my parents died in a car accident, my father had hugged me and whispered, "No matter what happens, you're the one I trust the most." So why would they erase me from their will? My name is Ethan Carter, and what I discovered next destroyed every memory I had of my family. Growing up, I was always the responsible son. While my friends traveled and enjoyed life, I worked beside my father in our construction company. I skipped vacations. I missed birthdays. I sacrificed relationships. I believed I was building a future for all of us. Meanwhile, my younger brother, Ryan, barely showed up to work. He spent money, bought expensive cars, and disappeared whenever responsibility knocked. Yet somehow, he inherited everything. The lawyer claimed the will had been signed only 2 weeks before my parents' deaths. Something didn't feel right. I hired a private investigator. Within days, the truth came crashing down. Ryan had secretly isolated our parents from everyone. He convinced them I was planning to steal the company. He even forged emails and fake financial records to make me look like a thief. But that wasn't the worst part. The signatures on the new will were fake. Ryan had bribed a corrupt witness and forged my parents' signatures after secretly obtaining copies of their legal documents. He thought he had won forever. He was wrong. Instead of confronting him immediately, I stayed silent. I collected every piece of evidence. Bank transfers, phone recordings, security footage. The investigator even found messages between Ryan and the fake witness discussing how much money had been paid for the forged documents. When everything was ready, I filed a lawsuit. Ryan laughed outside the courtroom. "You're wasting your time," he smirked. "Mom and Dad chose me." He had no idea what was waiting inside. During the trial, forensic handwriting experts proved the signatures were forged. The fake witness broke under pressure and confessed everything. Then the judge played Ryan's recorded phone call where he admitted, "Once the old people are gone, the company is finally mine." The courtroom fell silent. Ryan's face turned pale. Hours later, the judge declared the will fraudulent. It was immediately canceled. Ownership of the company was restored according to the original legal documents, making me the rightful heir. Ryan didn't just lose the inheritance. He was arrested for fraud, forgery, and conspiracy. The luxury cars disappeared. The mansion was seized. His reputation collapsed overnight. Months later, I stood inside my father's office. Everything looked exactly as he had left it. On his desk sat an old envelope I'd never opened. Inside was a handwritten letter. "Ethan," it read, "if you're reading this, life has tested you again. Never fight for money. Fight for truth. Because money builds houses, but truth builds a legacy." For the first time since losing my parents, I smiled. Ryan stole an inheritance, but I protected my family's legacy. And in the end, the truth became the richest inheritance of all.